Dear children, this is the third module we need to discuss, that is difference in string and list. We discussed what are the similarities. Now we are going to discuss what are the differences. Although there are many similarities in string and list, but there are many differences between them also. And the main difference is the strings are what type? That are immutable type, whereas list are mutable type. That is the main difference between string and list. Here I had enclosed one example, that is student is a list. Within that I had enclosed 1 Akash 11A3150. Then student of 3, that is 6300. I had changed the value of the third indexed element. That is at the fourth position, third indexed element. So if we retrieve the values in the student, the third indexed position value will be changed from 3150 to 6300. That is called a mutability. But this thing we cannot done in string. That is the main difference in string and list. Strings are immutable type, whereas list are mutable type. As we discussed the traversing in string. What do you mean by traversing in string? It is nothing but meeting each and every element or meeting each and every character in a string. Here we are going to meet every element in a list. How to use? That is very easy. For loop. Using for loop. This is very similar with the string. I already mentioned that. For I in val means what? The first time, for the first iteration, I will be 10. For the second iteration, I will be 20. For the third iteration, the I will be 30. And it continues till the last element. So for the last iteration, the value will be what? 100. The I value will be changed according to the list element for each and every iteration. My dear children, I had enclosed a small program to print the list element along with their index value. So I had used val of list, that is 10, 20, 30, 50 and 100 are the list elements. And I find the length of the val. That is, I had find the values or the number of values in a list. So in the length I will get the value as 5. 10, 20, 30, 50 and 100. So 5 values, 5 length is there. Then for I in range of length, that means what? How many times the loop will execute? The loop will execute 5 times. Because the length is given as 5. And if you are giving a range of 5, how many times the loop will execute? 0 to 4. So if for each I value, I will be 0 at first, then 1, then 2, till it goes for 4. Then I am printing at index I, that is 0th index, and the index I minus length, that is the value. So the resultant will be the list of values which I had given 0th position, at a 0th position 10, at a first position 20, like that you will get the output. You can try the small program, the previous slide program in your Pydroid. Then comparing the list. We can also use the comparison operators like what? Less than, greater than or equal to, not equal to. That 6 operators, 6 relational operators we can use with a list. Here I had enclosed 3 lists with same values 1, 3, 5. But at the last list I am using 1, 5, 3. So for if you are checking L1 equal to L2, it will return true. And if you are checking L1 equal to L3, even though both the list having the same elements but at the different index, so it will return false. L1 less than L2 because it is equal, so that we are not getting any true value, so that it returns only false. L1 less than L3 you will get true. Why? Because the second element is greater than the first element. That is, sorry, the first list element, that is L1 is lesser than L3. In list 1, the first position, 0th position, 1 equal to 1. But 3 is less than 5. That is why we are getting true. And L4, you will get true again because for the third position, 5 and 6 is given. That is why L1 less than L4. I think you are all clear about how to use the comparison operators like less than, greater than or equal to, less than, equal to, etc. Then the next one is non-equality comparisons in list sequences. Here I had enclosed non-equality comparisons like less than and greater than. Here 1, 2, 8, 9 is compared with 9 and 1. You will get what is the reason is given here. That is 1 is less than 9. For the first indexed position, 0 and 0. Then 1 and 1. The list comparison happens like that only. Only they will check the index and the value. The index and the value. For the second list element, 8 is less than 9. That is why you are getting true. For the last value, the first list is greater than the second, less than the second list, you will get the false. Why? Because all the elements in the list 1 is greater than, that is 8 greater than. After that 9 greater than 4. That is why you are getting false. Once again I am repeating, each indexed position will be compared. Then list operations like joining a list. We can join two lists. That is fruits and vegetables. F which you can use concatenation operator. Remember, you can only add list with another list, not with the int, float, string, etc. It is very similar to string function. And replication. Fruits into 2. So 2 times the elements will be repeated. Apple, mango, grapes. Again apple, mango, grapes. Then we discussed about the list slicing. Start and end. We are also having the step value here. So some examples I am giving here. 0 to 3 means what? 0th index, first index and second index. 3 to 8 means what? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 only. Then -4 to -1. Like that you can create another list. So it is very similar with the string slicing. There is no difference between list slicing and string slicing. If you are having any doubt in list slicing, we can clarify on the online session. Thank you.